give it to Henry, running off the left side, and he's going to stretch.
I feel it on the phone.
Quarterback Tom Brady threw pieces of gold on the football field and the collectibles market. His signed rookie card also sold for $2.25 million, breaking another rookie card record he made just last month. And Tuesday, a day get moving to the 6th of World Physical Activity Day. Jennifer Carter, KBS News.
Whether you're listening real time at 105 or pre-recorded at 3:05, good morning. I'm Bob Conway, and as a full to partly cloudy skies, mild temperatures in the 60s right now. This is what it says.
How do you allow Christ to live his life through you? The second reason we fail to be transformed is spiritual isolation. Our failure to actively, notice that's the key word, actively participate in deep, Christ-centered, honest relationships makes transformation impossible.
Those in the lower to mid-50s. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Friday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower to mid-50s. Friday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower to mid-30s. Saturday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of snow. Highs in the lower to Indiana. Radio West XL 82. This is the National Weather Service Office in Missoula. The preceding signal was a test of the weather radio station West XL 82's public warning system. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers can be automatically activated by the signal to warn of the impending hazard. Tests of the signal and receiver's performance are normally conducted by the National Weather Service between 11 a.m. and noon each Wednesday. If there is a threat of severe weather, the test will be postponed to the next available good weather day. Reception of this broadcast, and especially the warning alarm, will vary at any given location. This variability, normally more noticeable at greater distances from the transmitter, can occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in good working order. To provide the most consistent and dependable warning service possible, the warning alarm will be activated for hazardous watches and warnings for the following counties: Flathead, Lake, and Lincoln. This has been a test of the NOAA weather radio warning device. We now return to normal programming. A.m. Weather in Kalispell.
Reporter Rachel Wolf is there. Officials say misinformation, fear, and a lack of health insurance are issues that keep people from getting vaccinated. But they have a free day, free parking, and the arena's location will change that. Muhammad realizes communities of color have been hit especially hard, and they are often less likely to want the shot given the history of vaccinations in their community.
Sure, things happen in the past, but we're all in it together. If you want to move past it, we got to do it together.
The feds are looking for more potential kidnapping victims. Federal agents are asking for victims and anyone with information to come forward regarding two truck drivers accused of kidnapping women for ransom. 25-year-old Brian P. Summerson of North Carolina, who told his victim his name was John, was arrested in Daytona Beach, Florida. And 35-year-old Pierre L. Washington was arrested in his hometown of Chicago. The FBI is asking victims to reach out via email to the address truckervictims@fbi.gov. This is CBS News.
Progressive Home Code Explorer gives you multiple code options, so you can pick what... Requires monthly text for the following counties or areas: Minnesota at 10:40 p.m. on April 7th, 2021, effective until 11:40 p.m. This is a coordinated test of the emergency alert system in collaboration with local broadcasters and the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. If this had been an actual emergency, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Whole focus of those 2 hours, and we'll look at, from the school standpoint too. We'll be talking to Sydney Dixon, who's the head of public instruction here in the state of Utah, about why they decided to keep it through the end of the school year, and hopefully talk to someone from that parent organization who is against the keeping of masks in schools through the end of the school year.
Yeah, a lot to sort out for sure, and we'll try and do that tomorrow afternoon. Well, we're doing it all week, but tomorrow afternoon in depth for a couple of hours between 1 and 3. Look forward to spending some more time with you then. Coming up in a minute, we'll see what's happening with money news and get another look at how the futures markets are faring. Money news is next.
Say thank you.
tribute to your home for being there for you. Start with a free estimate from your neighborhood CertaPro painters. We really understand how you feel about your home. That's why you can count on us to take care of every detail. Listening, prepping, painting. It's always worry-free with our expert painting team. Whatever project you have in mind, you can count on CertaPro painters to do the job beautifully. This is the kind of certainty you and your home deserve. So when it comes to refreshing the home you love, trust it to CertaPro painters. We'll paint it with the care and attention to detail that only a local business can offer. Schedule your free estimate now at CertaPro.com. We're here to help you cross that painting project off the list. Let's get the project started today. Go to CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
This is Derek Miller speaking on business. A year has passed since the Salt Lake Chamber began hosting this historic show on KSL News Radio. No sooner had we started than COVID-19 arrived, bringing challenges that in the beginning seemed insurmountable. To help mitigate its effects, we decided to dedicate this program to our members to share what they were doing to keep businesses open and employees safe. They inspired us with advice and innovative ideas. We learned the power of public-private partnerships and together kept our economy among the strongest in the nation. The Salt Lake Chamber is honored to serve as a voice for these heroic businesses. And now we're working to promote vaccinations to ensure a promising end to the pandemic. You can find tools and information at the Salt Lake Chamber website. Together, we are working to keep Utah healthy, our economy strong, and the future bright. We encourage you to participate in the chorus of businesses advocating for smart policies. I'm Derek Miller with the Salt Lake Chamber and invite you to join us as we lead together.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system. This is a monthly coordinated test. Monthly coordinated test services. This station serves the Utah operational area. This concludes this test on the emergency alert system. Emergency such as severe weather, earthquake, or evacuation. The alert tone would have been followed by official messages. This station serves the Utah operational area. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
A new opportunity to go deeper in your own.
Later today on the Sean Show. This is a monthly coordinated test of the broadcast stations and cable systems in your area. We are testing equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies. Had this been an actual emergency such as severe weather, earthquake, or evacuation, the alert tone would have been followed by official messages. This station serves the Utah operational areas. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Increase in mail-in voting in the pandemic.
Fund.org. If you're a trucking industry professional, then you need to stay on top of changing regulations, equipment upgrades, and technology advancements. Fleet Owner Magazine gives you all of this and more. Written for fleet executives and managers, Fleet Owner gives you the business intelligence on operations, vehicle maintenance, regulations, and information technology you need to stay ahead. But that's not all. With its monthly print publication, daily and weekly email newsletters, and a website updated several times a day, Fleet Owner has all the latest news and information delivered to you when you want it and where you want it. From industry experts to award-winning writers and columnists, Fleet Owner is the #1 source for trucking information in North America. Remember to visit fleetowner.com every day for the latest industry news. You can also sign up to receive Newsline, their free email newsletter, and subscribe to Fleet Owner magazine. Visit fleetowner.com. Fleet Owner, for news you can use.
670 KBOI.
Refinancing your home mortgage can be a real pain if you're not working with a lender that knows the business and can close your loan in 12 to 22 days. And the question is, who does that almost every single time? Loans by Rick. Rick and his team will keep you out of the mortgage jungle and get you a low rate, too. Here's how you start the process. All you need to do is click loansbyrick.com or call 801-809-SAVE. Rates are still near historic lows, which means big savings. But maybe you need some cash back to pay bills, taxes, or credit card debt. Or maybe it's time to get cash back to remodel your kitchen and bathroom. With rates so low, you can get cash back and lower your monthly payment, too. Rick will give you the personalized service that fits your situation, and he'll set your loan up so you don't have to bring any money to closing. When you work with Rick, you can stay focused on your life while Rick stays focused on your loan. Call Rick at 208-948-8001 or click loansbyrick.com. Vintage Lending, NMLS 287106 or Rick Kirschenbaum, NMLS 241179 are equal housing lenders. Interest rates mentioned are not APR rates. Some restrictions apply.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our reliable #1 selling tractors are designed for easy operation and feature all the performance-matched attachments needed to tackle any job. Right now, put 0 down and get 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $1,200 now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com/offers for full disclaimer.
Stop by Burke's Tractor in Caldwell or visit Burke'sTractor.com, your Kubota Tractor and Land Pride Attachment headquarters.
New Balance Boise is here to help you finish winter strong in our most sought-after running shoes ever. The Fresh Foam X collection is available now at New Balance Boise. Fresh Foam X is
This is a test of the State of Idaho Emergency Alert System. In the event of an emergency, the system would bring you important information. This test was conducted from the Idaho State Communications Center in Meridian, Idaho, and is now concluded.
The previous generations did not see. And as I said, the return of the Jewish people to this land after 1,900 years of absence is a massive the previous generations did not see. And as I said, the return of this land is a
This is a test of the State of Idaho Emergency Alert System. In the event of an emergency, the system will bring you important information. This test was conducted from the Idaho State Communications Center in Meridian, Idaho, and is now concluded.
How do you think it's insulting to Sean Payton to have a guy who makes fast food jokes nonstop play one of the great coaches the NFL currently has off of scandal? This is not exactly reaching a role he normally is Kevin James.
So you think that Sean Payton specifically deserves better than Paul Blart?
Yeah.
Coordinated monthly test of the emergency alert system equipment. If this had been an actual emergency, you would have received timely emergency information. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
just family friendly, filling it.
So your dad's appointed. No, it's just...
This is a coordinated monthly test of the emergency alert system. Broadcasters in our area are testing the equipment that can quickly warn you in the event of emergencies. If this had been an actual emergency such as flooding, high winds, or a chemical spill, official messages would have followed this tone. This station serves the Sacramento Valley and Sierra Nevada foothill counties. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
KFBK Sacramento. KFBK FM, Hall of Fame.
Sacramento's #1 for breaking news, local news, traffic, and weather. News 93.1, KFBK.
Out of more than 6 million doses administered, Johnson & Johnson said no clear causal relation.
Administrators at California Community Colleges working to turn the...
Being pulled over, and she's still wondering exactly what happened. I don't know. I know my son was scared. And I just seen and heard the fear in his voice.
Get your free Reputation Report Card at ReputationDefender.com. It may reveal negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient, or
Enrollment at their schools. A new report shows a 16%
personal information right there in your Google search results. Uncover what's lurking on the internet about you with ReputationDefender.com's patented scan and get your free Reputation Report Card. Or for immediate assistance with your reputation, call 800-401-6681. Our cutting-edge technology helps make your Google search results look their best. Call 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681. 800-401-6681. Or take the free scan at ReputationDefender.com.
In just a couple of years, huge amounts of radioactive water will be flowing out of a destroyed nuclear plant in Japan and into the Pacific.
Japan running out of space to store massive amounts of radioactive water from the Fukushima nuclear power plant that was wrecked in an earthquake. That's why the country plans to release some of it into the ocean 2 years after they finish building a treatment plant. The Japanese panel saying it's unavoidable in order to help Fukushima recover. It's not known if some of the radioactivity they cannot remove will hurt fish and sea mammals.
ABC's Auntie Peel. Artificial intelligence now being put to work to try and figure out new ways to prevent car crashes. ABC's Jim Ryan explains.
In Houston, cameras are not being used to catch red light runners, but to gather data. More than just statistics and probabilities, it is life and death. Houston's chief transportation planner, David Field, says focusing on every mile of pavement in the city is pointless because
60% of crashes happen on only 6% of our streets.
Instead, the AI cameras are looking at places where crashes and near misses have happened in order to predict future trouble spots and just maybe to prevent injuries and deaths. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
The NCAA is now warning it may pull events, including championship games, from states that bar transgender athletes from girls and women's.
This is the coordinated monthly test of the emergency alert system equipment. If this had been an actual emergency, you would have received timely emergency information. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Hi, this is Tina Turner. Do you know the greatest...
You'll need...
Been movement this offseason, but perhaps not as much as
some may have expected. So teams are looking to the draft. Jags, of course, will start with Trevor Lawrence at number 1. Jets are expected to go with Zach Wilson at number 2. Then it's the Niners.
I'm Prada overnight in the northwest on 15th Avenue. Rail took the single lane is open in each direction. Work is set to go nightly through until Friday. Also in the northwest on Crow-South Rail, this between 16th Avenue and 32nd Avenue, Carlswood Drive, as construction and expansion ties up providing the area. The work is set to run throughout the year. Staying in the northwest is on the edge of the city at 16th Avenue and Stony Trail as ring road construction impacts the drive in all directions.
Next week will offer some much needed clarity for one of the biggest decisions in franchise history.
Niners in the spotlight at number 3. Mel Kiper predicting that So he then has the aforementioned Trey Lance going to Atlanta at number 6 after swapping picks with the Dolphins. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler.
Sources tell me the Falcons are considering all options with the 4th overall pick, including trading back a few spots to get extra day 2 firepower for the mini rebuild. Execs are pegging the Broncos as a potential candidate to move up from number 9 for a franchise quarterback. Atlanta will attend Justin Fields' second pro day Wednesday, and it also likes Kyle Pitts, though, as Mel pointed out, the Dolphins could move up just 2 spots to take Pitts off Atlanta's hands and keep the Florida tight end in the Sunshine State.
Mentioned that Mel Kiper anticipates we'll see 5 quarterbacks come up.
A quarterback of the future. Owner Robert Kraft recently said, "We all know long-term we have to find a way. But if history is any indication, the..."
This is a test of the emergency alert system, originated by the Arizona Department of Public Safety. If this had been an actual emergency, important information or instructions would have followed the tones you just heard. This concludes this test.
We're back on Wednesday.
Broadcasting on a frequency of 162.500 megahertz. Here are the 10 a.m. observations for east central Idaho, western Montana, northwest Wyoming, and eastern Washington for Wednesday, April 14th. At 7, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 35 degrees, with a dew point of 12 and a relative humidity of 38%. The wind was north at 9 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.13 inches and falling. At Dillon, it was mostly sunny. Wind was northeast at 23 miles an hour and the pressure was 30.11 inches and falling. At Butte, cloudy with a temperature of 25 degrees. At Coeur d'Alene, sunny with a temperature of 46 degrees. At Lewiston, sunny with a temperature of 49 degrees. Some observations from around the Intermountain region. Throughout the region it was cloudy, and temperatures were between 29 and 32 degrees. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the... This is a test of the NOAA Weather Radio's warning alarm device. During potentially dangerous weather situations, special receivers are automatically activated to warn of impending hazards. Tests of these receivers are normally conducted every Wednesday between 11 a.m. and 12 noon. If there is a threat of severe weather, the test is postponed until the next good weather day. This concludes the weekly test of the NOAA Weather Radio warning alarm device. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Salmon.
7 to 47. Northeast winds 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts to around 30 miles an hour. This is the National Weather Service in Missoula, Montana. Broadcasting on NOAA Weather Radio West XL25. Serving western Montana, including the cities of Missoula and Hamilton. For additional information, please visit our website at weather.gov/Missoula. Once again, our website is weather.gov/Missoula. Sunrise in Missoula this morning at 6:50 a.m. Sunset this evening at 8:23 p.m. 11 a.m. Weather in Missoula, cloudy skies. Temperature 38 degrees, relative humidity 48%. Winds from the southeast at 14 miles an hour. Pressure 30.25 inches and steady. In Kalispell, partly cloudy and 49 degrees, humidity 31%. Winds from the northeast at 22 gusting to 32 miles an hour. Pressure 30.26 inches and steady. In Butte, cloudy and 29 degrees, humidity 56%. Winds from the north at 9 miles an hour. Pressure 30.16 inches. Around the rest of the state, Bozeman, cloudy and 32 degrees. Helena, cloudy and 31 with brisk winds. Great Falls had a visibility of 1 mile with light snow, temperature 29 degrees. Billings, cloudy and 30. Around the state of Idaho, Pocatello, cloudy and 36, with north winds of 24 miles an hour. Salmon, partly cloudy and 35 degrees, with brisk winds. Greenville, temperature 41 degrees, with breezy winds. Elsewhere in the region, Spokane, partly cloudy and 51. Winds from the northeast at 23 miles an hour. Seattle, sunny and 54. Winds from the north at 13 miles an hour. Salt. There we go.
There we go. There we go.
This is the National Weather Service office in Missoula.
Gotta go get Channel 7, which is way out here.
Highs in the upper 50s to mid 60s. This is the National Weather Service in Missoula. This is the National Weather Service office in Missoula. The preceding signal was a test of the weather radio station West XL82's public warning system.
I gotta run back inside just to get the rest of Channel 1.
Dependable warning service possible. The warning alarm will be activated for hazardous watches and warnings for the following counties: Missoula, Lake, and Ravalli. This has been a test of the NOAA weather radio warning device. We now return to normal programming. a.m. Weather in Missoula, cloudy skies. Temperature 38 degrees, relative humidity 48%. Winds from the southeast at 14 miles an hour. Pressure 30.25 inches and steady. In Kalispell, partly cloudy and 49 degrees, humidity 31%.
Come on, focus.
Forecast for Glacier National Park, west of the Divide. For today.
Well, that's it. That's it for today.
Our remote broadcast, ably handled by our executive producer, Jesse Thomas. For Mike Rice, Jack Corgan saying thanks to all of you for listening, and hope that the Rockies can crack through tomorrow evening against the Dodgers. Men, get your checkups. Do it on an annual basis once you turn 40. Even sooner if there's some cancer history in your family. Information is how we're going to win the fight against prostate cancer. And when you're eligible, and everybody is now, get your reservation and get your vaccination so we can get back to life post-COVID-19. Final score tonight from Los Angeles, the
Mount Rushmore to a slow afternoon on the lake. From Old Faithful to Mom and Dad's 50th anniversary party. From the cliff dwellings at Mesa Verde to cookies at Grandma's house. From the greatest monuments to those little moments. Cincinnati is proud to fuel America's journey. Now, stay close to Gallup, Healthcare, and talk to your guest. If you're Sinclair Green Card, participating stations, TCC for details. Sinclair, so hook your line.
2020 was a challenge, but it brought out the best in us. Hi, Jack Morgan. Meet the pipe fitters from Local Union 208. They're essential. They're innovative. They build our community. Join them. Be a part of something bigger, something better. Make a change. Apply for an apprenticeship program today. Learn while you earn. Escape student debt. Learn on the job, not in the classroom. Start today. Visit pipe208.com for information. It's more than a job, it's a career. It's your community.
The action is still unfolding and the game is far from over. Make your picks now with live in-game betting on DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Colorado Rockies. Download DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app now. New customers, enter code RBI while signing up to take advantage of daily promotions. That's code RBI. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
This is Dan Kaplis. People often ask what the secret is to the many large jury verdicts and settlements.
This is a coordinated monthly test of the emergency alert system by broadcast stations and cable systems in your area. If this had been an actual emergency, an official message would have followed the alert tone. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
Visit CBFFFoundation.org.
Smartphone that encrypts your network data and reroutes it through a secure server. That means you can use the internet more anonymously without having your activities tracked.
This is a monthly test of the emergency alert system for broadcast stations and cable systems of Nebraska in cooperation with the FCC and other government authorities. Equipment is being tested that can quickly provide warnings during emergencies. If this had been an actual emergency, official information, news, or instructions would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Of total food really in your
Don't
stomach.
mean
I mean, it's
maybe. We want to keep you and your precious passengers safe. Go to tires3.com.
Business is like life. It moves fast. And when you're trying to upgrade your career on top of working the job you already have, you need classes that get down to business. You need Southeast Technical College's new 8-week business courses. They're fast, flexible, and 100% online. And with 5 different start dates throughout the year, you can pick a program that works best for you. Learn at the speed of business. Visit southeasttech.edu to apply today.
My mom is interesting. She goes to the grocery store and buys 2 of everything. I ask her, what's the deal? She tells me that there's nothing worse than cooking dinner for the family and you need more of something and it's not there. She said she would rather go all in and double up to make sure she's covered. I get it. I'm now doing that with the pandemic. I know many people are getting the vaccine, but there are new forms of the virus, and I don't want to take the chance. Wearing a well-fitted mask, keeping 6 feet apart, and avoiding crowds are my way of doubling up against the virus. We need to continue to protect our people and our tribal communities.
Help prevent the spread of the new forms of the virus by continuing to wear a snug mask, keep 6 feet apart when you're around others, and when it's your turn, get vaccinated. We can do this.
This message is for test purposes only. The National Weather Service in Sioux Falls has issued this is a test message. Tornado warning for counties in southeastern South Dakota, south central South Dakota, and east central South Dakota. This is a test message. Until 10:30 a.m. This is a test message. At 10:12 a.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Emory, or 22 miles southeast of Mitchell, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This is a test message. This dangerous storm will be near town around 10:15 a.m. Town be around 10:30 a.m. If this were an actual tornado warning, you would take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 10:30 a.m. 36 to 52. Lows 25 to 34. Tuesday and Tuesday night, mostly cloudy. Highs 30. This is a test of the NOAA Weather Radio's warning alarm device. During potentially dangerous weather situations, special receivers are automatically activated to warn of impending hazards. Tests of these receivers are normally conducted every Wednesday between 11 a.m. and 12 noon. If there is a threat of severe weather, the test is postponed until the next good weather day. This concludes the weekly test of the NOAA Weather Radio warning alarm device. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the salmon and northern land high 60%. Lows in the mid to upper 30s. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain. Highs in the lower to mid 50s. Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain. Lows in the 30s. Monday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain. This is the National Weather Service Office in Missoula. During potentially dangerous weather situations, a chance of rain until midnight. Chance of precipitation 60%. Lows. L82's public warning system. Quality receiver in good working order. To provide the most consistent and dependable warning service possible, the warning alarm will be activated for hazardous watches and warnings. This has been a test of the NOAA Weather Radio warning device. We now return to normal programming.
Highs in the mid-50s to lower 60s. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows in the low to mid-30s. For warning service possible, the warning alarm will be activated for hazardous watches and warnings for the following counties: Flathead, Lake, and Lincoln. This has been a test of the NOAA radio warning device. We now return to normal programming. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for Kalispell and vicinity today.
Apple doesn't make money from advertising, so they don't have to track their users like other companies.
What's unclear is how Facebook is going to respond. So far, it's taken out ads, blocked national newspapers, and put out a marketing campaign saying that it could impact the advertising industry in such a way that small businesses will have to spend more in order to be able to advertise on the internet.
What happens next is what kind of financial fallout this will have on Facebook and whether other companies will become more aggressive about protecting people's privacy. The Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena is hosting a virtual planetary defense conference all this week. Scientists, emergency managers, and government officials threat of a large asteroid smashing into the Earth. Their simulation is aimed at promoting closer cooperation and coordination among people and agencies that will play vital roles if such a threat actually materializes. It's for history.
Holdings flushing the white, local sewer utilities might take to disagree. They don't disintegrate like toilet paper and they can cause large blockages, known as fat burners. Similar to Clark, they improve the labeling and manufacturing of its white in settlements with the Charleston, South Carolina water system. Apple is increasing its U.S. investments over the next 5 years by 20%, $430 billion. The iPhone maker says it will create 20,000 jobs across the country and build a new campus in North Carolina. The personal care brand co-founded by Jessica Alba is going public, and on its company is looking to raise up to $439 million in an initial public offering that would value the company at about $1.5 billion. The S&P and NASDAQ start today at record highs after the market finished mostly higher yesterday. Only the Dow ended lower, giving back nearly 62 points. We check your money at 20 and 50 after each hour. I'm Bloomberg's Larry Thompson for KNX 1070 News Radio.
Southern California, listen to KNX for breaking local news than any other station.
That's because we have more reporters covering more local breaking news.
Live in Calabasas,
Breaking news from Tuna Beach.
Southern California, for local news and traffic, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Life throws you curveballs at the most inopportune times, like when your car breaks down on the way to an important meeting. Oh, man, or you get the flu just before leaving on vacation.
Or your drain clogs up while making dinner for a bunch of hungry house guests.
It's always an ambush. The good news is, you've got Mike Diamond from No Good Plumbers on your side.
So unclog your drain for $99. Everything from a kitchen sink to a mainline sewer stoppage.
Most plumbers tell you they need to see the problem before quoting a price, but what they really want to see is what kind of car you drive. We call that car in the driveway pricing.
Rude.
Yeah, that stinks, but that's what you get when you call Bubba. Got a clogged drain? Reference the $99 stoppage page at MikeDiamond.com and then call 1-800-446-MIKE. Contractor license number 399170. Hi, I'm Mike Diamond, and I guarantee my plumbers will show up on time and smell good while your house call is free.
They make you sick.
What happened? Finally recognize yourself for your time.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is Sheriff Alex Villanueva. I am speaking to you from the Los Angeles County Emergency Operations Center, where we manage the response to major emergencies. Many broadcasters have agreed to deliver emergency information that will help you understand what has happened during emergencies and what you need to do. When you hear a real emergency alert system warning or alert, you should immediately tune to one of those radio or TV stations. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system. We have changed something that's darker.
prove to his audience that he can do something a little different, and I thought that's Chris Pratt. And he's just the nicest guy on the planet, and such a good person, and he is crushing it as James Reed. So people are going to be surprised at how dark and violent he can be.
When do folks get a chance to see the Amazon Prime series?
I think sometime in 2022. So we'll finish up filming this year, going to post-production, and then sometime in 2022, I'm told, but I don't have an exact date yet.
All right, now you're into your fourth novel. The latest one has just come out, and that's already soaring on the New York Times best-selling list, The Devil's Hand. You're pretty prolific. I mean, to have all these books since you retired in 2016, 5 years, that's amazing.
Yeah, well, it was always the path I wanted to take. So I always knew that transitioning out of the military, I was going to write. So I started writing during that last year in the military, and for those who have been in, they know that when you drop your papers from the military to get out, you go in a different pile, and then your job becomes to get out of this gigantic bureaucracy. So I started to write during that last year. I was in the Navy because my job went from doing actual operations downrange to standing in line and getting ready to get out of the military and going to medical, going to dental, going to get read out of different secret programs, turning in gear, that sort of thing. You have to stand in multiple lines, make multiple appointments for all those things. So I had time for the first time in my 20 years in the military. So I sat down and put a bunch of ideas on the table, 6, 7, 8 different ideas, and I chose the one that I thought would be the most primal, the most visceral, the most hard-hitting out of the gate, and that was The Terminal List. So it took me about a year and a half to write, got it out to Simon & Schuster, and luckily they loved it. Next thing you know, we're off to the races.
Good for you, good for you. We're coming up in September, 20 years since the tragedy of 9/11, 20 years since we went into Afghanistan in October of that year as well. Since we've been there, and we still have some troops there, and there's some debate over when we should pull them out, Jack, we lost at least 2,400 soldiers. In that war as well. Do you think, as a military guy, we should be pulling out?
Yeah, so it's not a question of should we be pulling out, when should we be pulling out, that sort of thing. It's do we meet our goals? And do we have shifting goals that have kept us there? And if so, then why?
Megahertz. Here are the 10 a.m. observations for east central Idaho, western Montana, northwest Wyoming, and eastern Washington for Wednesday, April 28th. At 7, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 47 degrees, with a dew point of 28, and a relative humidity of 47%. The wind was calm. The pressure was 30.26 inches and falling. At Dillon, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 49 degrees, with a dew point of 22 and a relative humidity of 34%. The wind was southwest at 16 miles an hour, gusting to 23. The pressure was 30. This is a test of the NOAA radio's warning alarm device. During potentially dangerous weather situations, special receivers are automatically activated to warn of impending hazards. Tests of these receivers are normally conducted every Wednesday between 11 a.m. and 12 noon. If there is a threat of severe weather, the test is postponed until the next good weather day. This concludes the weekly test of the NOAA Weather Radio Warning Alarm device. Here are the 10 a.m. observations for east central Idaho, western Montana, northwest Wyoming, and eastern Washington. GOV/Missoula. 11 a.m. Weather in Missoula, partly cloudy skies. Temperature 53 degrees, relative humidity 48%. Winds light and variable. Pressure 30.21 inches and falling. In Kalispell, partly sunny and 56 degrees, humidity 38%. Winds from the southeast at 10 miles an hour. Pressure 30.15 inches and steady. In Butte, partly sunny and 49 degrees, humidity 33%. Winds from the northwest at 14 gusting to 21 miles an hour. Pressure 30.21 inches. Around the rest of the state, Bozeman, partly cloudy and 53 degrees C. Warmer. Partly sunny. Highs 53 to 65. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles an hour. Winds cloudy at 58 with breezy winds. Around the state of Idaho, Pocatello mostly sunny and 54 with breezy winds. Salmon, partly cloudy and 51 degrees. Greenville, temperature 52 degrees elsewhere in the region. Spokane, partly sunny and 55. Winds from the southwest at 13 miles an hour. Seattle, partly sunny and 55. Winds from the south at 5 miles an hour. Salt Lake City, partly cloudy and 54. Winds from the west at 8 miles an hour. Once again at 11 a.m. Missoula was partly cloudy and 53 degrees. Service office in Missoula. The preceding signal was intended from cloudy at 56 with breezy winds. Cut Banks partly cloudy at 56 with southwest winds of 21 miles. This is the National Weather Service Office in Missoula. Reception of this broadcast, and especially the warning alarm, will vary at any given location. This variability, normally more noticeable at greater distances from the transmitter, can occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in good working order. To provide the most consistent and dependable warning service possible, the warning alarm will be activated for hazardous watches and warnings for the following. Missoula, Lake and Valley. This has been a test of the NOAA Weather Radio warning device. We now return to normal programming. Weather in Missoula, partly cloudy skies. Temperature 53 degrees, relative humidity 48%. Winds light and variable. Pressure 30. This has been a test of the NOAA Weather Radio warning device. We now return to normal programming. 11 a.m. Weather in Kalispell.